Hello boys, my name is Koyoshi. Welcome back to my 100% blind playthrough now of Pokémon Legends Z-A for the Nintendo Switch 2, where the last video we were still kind of back in the Hyperspace Simulator, but for a while we were taking breaks to do side missions and other stuff. But now there's not a lot of missions standing in our way now, so it's come down to this. We get to finally finish this game's DLC, so now it's time to go into the big distortion at the top of the tower. We made the ultimate donut at the end of the last episode. Now we're going to use it along with our legendary we got earlier, way earlier in the game in fact, to help take out this big Pokemon. You could technically do this with a full team of legendaries, but I think Zygarde will be more than enough to handle this. Here's our TMZ power trio. It's time to follow this distortion into hyperspace Luminose and take on the Pokemon behind all this. Are you ready? This is what it takes to help everyone, then I'm ready to fight. I'm the Mega Evolution Successor. No way I'm gonna say no. So I assume you're ready as well, Yoshi? Well, I'm all set to go. Are you? Thought so. Guess I really didn't need to ask. Let's see that Bad Dreams caller you made. Yep. Looks good. I knew the Rust Syndicate signature Epinorg would come through. Time to roll, Philippi. Summon everyone to Centrical Plaza. Alright. Alright, everyone. Can you see my screen? I've marked where I want each of you. Everyone confirm your opponents, then stand by. The plan itself I understand, but I fail to grasp why you're the one giving orders. We need our strongest traders working together if we're gonna save Luminose, especially you, Ginny. Wouldn't want a trader of your caliber step managing logistics. I'm just freeing you up. Now go, make Operation Mega Donut happen. I pulled my heart and soul into making my canary bed, so also some other pastry could save the day. Hoopla needs donuts, Pops. It's all ringy. Well, it's Hoopla's loss. Canary bread is the best. Aw, G-Volt. Is that even your posta, Gwen, was it? It's fine, Pops. G-Volt can hang here. We're buds. More importantly, they're seriously planning to Mega Evolve donuts? They are. Hopefully they can finish before Ivor arrives. Gwen? Where's Gwen? Looks like Ivor's been galloping around the city looking for you. Guess we gotta protect Luminose. If we don't, who will come and drink our delicious coffee? Perhaps this is the true quality of Team Fair Novel a la Raisin de la Tray. There you go again, making everything existential. Can we just get on with helping people? How characteristically pragmatic, Griselle. You know, I'd just be overjoyed if you could bring dear Gresham along with you to join my upcoming magnific Super Deluxe tournament. I told you, you come to me if you want a battle. Hey, Janine, time is short. We must commence the operation. Goodbye. This, Lebonk. Yes, Lady Benique. You managed to successfully sneak up behind me, even in holographic form. I am all astonishment. You have improved considerably. All thanks to your constant battling, strict guidance, Lady Janique. I suppose we better prepare too, then. We are prepared. This is probably going to be the last main interesting video we do of this. We technically could have done this sooner, but I wanted to do a lot of side missions before coming to this. But so far we've had troubles finding certain Pokemon, so we're going to try it again once we get done with this. We believe in you all. Don't worry. We're the free of the strongest trainers in Luminose. Well, Karina and Kuliyoshi are, at least. I heard that, Naveen. You're getting a dish of some extra special curry when we celebrate. There's something left to celebrate after all this. I'll shovel down whatever you make. Ansha, can you hear us? Right? Make sure to cheer Hoopla on. Alright, got it. I certainly will. Good luck, all of you. I'm gonna be here soon. We'll all pour the Mega Evolution power we got into that donut. Alright. So this is the end of the DLC finally. We get to finally do this distortion up the top of the tower, and we're also all the way up here. Whoa. So this is the view from top of Prism Tower. I knew we'd be up high, but what a sight. Here we go. Honestly, if I thought that other DLC I did with Donkey Kong was a bit more repetitive, that was at least different and interesting, since each run, it was like a roguelike game, and each run was different enough to be worth doing, especially on the harder difficulties, where you have to have a specific plan. This has just been kind of repetitive all the way through. Only the storyline made it more interesting, really. Anyways, the view from up here looks pretty different this time, huh, Tawny? Even looking up at this weird distorted sky, I feel oddly calm. I think it's because we know we're going to use Ansha's donut and help a Pokemon in need. Indeed, I believe in you all. Everyone's in position down here. How's it look up there, Koyoshi? Well, we're good to go. Thought you would be. Alright then, here goes. The Operation Mega Donut begin. Okay then, that's what we'll do. So everyone's just gonna Mega Evolve. So we could get enough power to save the world, huh? Let it be known, the power of Mega Evolve is going to help us save the world. Huh. Alright. Hopefully we can stop having nightmares about the go-away Pokemon after this. Ooh, it got changed. So now, if I was eating this donut. Here we go. Is this also timed, by the way? Because then we will have to redo this part if we fail. I assume not, but like, we should try. So this is the same place as the dream then, huh? This is where we ended up. So this is basically the last dungeon of the DLC, huh? This place feels weirdly familiar. That's probably because it's the place we've been seeing in our nightmares all the time in this game, yeah? Yeah, I could have sworn I see it before. Well, yeah, I had a dream about this place. Yeah, those dreams. They must have been messages from the Pokemon here in Hyperspace Luminose. They sure were strange. Yeah, stay away but also help? Maybe it'll also know if it'll suffer if it Rogue Mega Evolves, huh? Well, press on and find that Pokemon. No, not just find it, save it from Rogue Mega Evolving. Okay, it looks like we do still have a timer on the scene, so you have to be careful, but we also have 2 exclusive buffs. I can't believe how dark this night is. Huh? But we have a donut that lets us see. So why are you talking about it being dark? Oh, you mean the dark sky? Oh yeah, well that is true. Hey, at least the timer hasn't started yet, which is good. I think I might know what Pokemon we're gonna find deeper in here, actually. Wait, what is it? I'm pretty sure it's the Darkrai. It drives people and Pokemon away from itself by afflicting them with nightmares. So it absorbed tons of Mega Power that the tower was giving off, and now it's afflicting us with Hyperspace Luminose and out-of-this-world Nightmare? I'd say so, though I sure don't like it. Thinking of the state Darkrai's in makes me so mad. Mega Evolution is such a miraculous thing. It's kind of magic from the bond between Pokemon and Trainer, Keystone and Megastone. Rogue Mega Evolution is a cruel joke that goes against everything Mega Evolution is about. I'm the Mega Evolution's successor, and I can't sit by watching Pokemon suffer from it any longer. Tawny, Yoshi, we gotta save Darkrai. Alright. Darkrai. What kind of Pokemon is it, even? I wonder. Well, we just gotta keep going. There's no items to get in this area, either. Who's there? Oh, I think they were right on the money. Or, actually, no. Wait, no. On second thought, what are you doing here, AZ? AZ survived this whole time? Was he the one that was calling for help? You kind of disappeared in front of our eyes, so why are you here now? Hello, Tawny. AZ? How? This is just a dream, huh? It's a dream, but then again, life is a dream. How? How are you still alive? How could you, AZ? After everything with the tower, I came back to the hotel to find you, but you did wonderfully. I'm so grateful for all you've done. You've saved the Pokemon and the people of the city, and my Follett. You truly are the worthy leader of Team MZ. Yeah, thanks, AZ. By the way, it looks like my video's still recording. I have to check that to make sure it doesn't freeze on me randomly. And Karita, strong as these two may be, they would have struggled in hyperspace if not for you. Thank you. Nothing to thank me for. I can't stand to let poor Pokemon suffer from Rogue Mega Evolution. You, AZ, I can't believe you had the nerve to kick the bucket before I made it to Luminose. I'd hoped to welcome you, but life laughs at our hopes, doesn't it? No, Yoshi, I'm so glad to have known you. Thank you. Glad we managed to meet. It warms my heart to hear you say so. After wandering for the dark for as long as have, your words are almost blindly bright. I believe in you all. No matter how harrowing the night, I know you will help shape a brighter tomorrow. Huh? Interesting, then. How's that gonna work for us, I wonder? Okay, then. I have an idea of who we're facing. It might honestly be better that we use either a fairy type or an type, but maybe not a specific one, huh? AZ, he's just gone now. Well, let's go. I kind of wanted to use a Psycho type, but then I just realized something that might not be as good as idea as I initially thought. Let's bring in Lucario. He probably will be better for this anyway. We need to test him out at some point anyway. I've decided he will be my Ultra Pokemon. We're just gonna bring him out. Yoli and I are gonna do this together for now, and then we'll have Gardevoir probably for healing. So we'll have to be sure to use our wish when we need it. Though we might be able to heal anyway, so if that's the case, we'll just deal normally. It's too quiet. Almost too quiet. Oh, it's that stay away person again. Stop! That voice. It's the one for those dreams. Hurt. It hurts. You stay away, stay away. Oh, yeah, he really wants us to stay away, huh? Yeah, I get it. Stay away. Here it comes, watch out. This is Darkrai. A mythical Pokemon, Darkrai, is gonna be our last boss that we have to face in the entire game. Alright. And it's automatically level 200, and it's not like we could do anything different against it. So it's similar to Everfon Pokemon, except it's even stronger than before. Man. Okay, it is time, so we need to be quick about how we do this. Maybe at first I'll Mega Evolve Lucario so I could use this close combat for maximum damage. Beyond that, though, not sure what we'll do. Gotta grab that orb as soon as possible. Holy crap, we are already getting it to phase 2. Note to self, Lucario very, very strong against Darkrai. Oh, time to retreat though. Just like before, he's gonna do a super move. So, this is something we need to remember for the Rogue Mega Gauntlet as well, but yeah. Since you won't be able to heal there, it's important to retreat your Pokemon whenever it does a super move. That way, instead of dealing with that mechanic, you can just focus exclusively on attacking the Pokemon you're going for, and eventually you'll just win easily using that. Oh, hello. Just trying to do a big move on us. By the way, I don't know why, I feel like he's a lot weaker than the others. Maybe it's just because our close combat is so strong against it. But then again, we haven't even seen its Mega form. I guess this is just its first form, yeah. So we just took out its weaker form. Now it's going to Mega Evolve and become even more overpowered. So now we have Mega Darkrai, and it looks extra entertaining. Did it change its type? No, not really. We can still use close combat against it. We can still completely destroy it. Oh, it's warning us. It's gonna keep using Future Sight, basically, except instead of doing the normal Future Sight, it's gonna try and do more stuff. But slowly but surely getting stronger each time. It's getting to a point, too, where the moves are going to do a lot more damage, too. Okay. We got Yoli into his Mega form, which is good. We can pick up this orb now to freeze the timer again, which is good. Oh, it just summoned more. Okay, so if we defeated at least one of them, we can just avoid the attack by going down here, huh? Oh, hey, hang on. We can see which one's the real one, too. Because it has, like, an icon effect by it. Oh, wow. This is ridiculous. I didn't even see a weakness in that. Yeah, we might have just had to take that on purpose. It was kind of like it was being unfair or something. Ah. Oh, I just realized we can't even heal anyway. The game's not letting us open the menu at all anyway. Alright, well, just like the previous two, we're gonna run. Man. But we can't even Mega Evolve anymore. Okay, this is really tricky, actually, how close this is getting. Oh, we barely got it in time, before it did its super move again. So you need a really strong Pokemon for this guy, huh? Calm Darkrai. Well, now it's time to catch it. We did so weirdly that there's other shadow ones still there while we're catching this thing. But yeah, there we go. We got another Mega defeated at the end. Mega Darkrai, how crazy. We couldn't just power up our Dinets to 100 either. We needed a certain stat boost in order to do this, so this was extra tough as a result, but we got it done. That was probably the hardest, tightest one by far. If you don't have all 100 Pokemon, you probably wouldn't have done that, but as you can see, Vakari is a good option, and we ended up surviving even though we weren't able to heal. It looks like if you lose that Pokemon, you're probably better off just switching to a different fighting type. I'm not sure what legendary would have worked, though. So, none of the ones I had were super effective anyway. We saved Darkrai from the pain of Rogue Mega Evolution. We are such a good team. You three really did it. You took care of the Pokemon causing Hyperspace Luminose to appear. I've never heard such a sunny voice out of you, Corbo. You're feeling good? Felt the need to ask the obvious, did you? Of course I'm happy. Luminose is safe again, all thanks to you. Maybe that special form Zygarde simply could transform into. Maybe that's just straight up banned in this way or something. I don't know, because I had its Mega Stone and it still didn't work. You did great, I mean it. Let's head back. Can't keep everybody waiting. Well, yes, to celebrate, we'll do Zygarde's Mega Evolution next if we couldn't do it before. Anyway, I'm glad we did that on the first try, and in the end, we didn't even use Zygarde at all. We just used much at all, really. We just used Lucario a bit. So the pitch-back Pokemon Darkrai was the one raging deep in Hyperspace Luminose, huh? Yeah, I guess it somehow wandered into Luminose and then settled on top of Prism Tower, probably to stay away from everyone down below. No way anyone would have found it while the tower was closed off for redevelopment, but then Darkrai got exposed to all that Mega Power leaking from the tower. Its ability to inflict nightmares got cranked up and ran wild, not unlike the road tower itself. I guess not everything we saw was nightmares, says Astley. A lot of it was just odd. Makes sense with all the different people and Pokemon here in Luminose. Been together a whole city's buried of dreams, and of course you get some plain old weirdness mixed in with the scary stuff. Maybe even Darkrai can't always tell what's a nightmare to each of us. I'm told its nightmare powers are more instinct than conscious act anyway. Darkrai might have not meant any harm in the first place. By the way, if you use a Pokemon I use, together probably will have a better chance doing that. Added an additional fighting type if you're struggling, and that'll probably be more than enough to still win. And now, our next task is to make sure Ansha's dream becomes a reality. Of course, you could also use a bug type, like Scissor, you could use another fighting type, or even a fairy type, but that's just one of many things you can use. Well, you got that right. Since we're wrapping things up, let me say one last time, good work, kids. You're a good bunch. Know something, Kurayoshi? You might just be the greatest Pokemon trainer around. Kurayoshi, might I also say a few words? I wanted to tell you how glad I am that I joined you all. That I got to set up shop with you, and we might even get to carry on together to meet that fine legendary Pokemon next. It's all so, well, let me sum up what I mean. TMZ is the best. You bet we are. Alright, well, we got that done. We are the best team ever, after all. That's why for Team MZ. Because it says her in this game, the best team ever, huh? There is still one more hyperspace quest afterwards, but this is a very quick one, and then it just serves as a way to unlock stuff. And that is the end of Mega Dimensions DLC now. So now you can finally see the ending. So that's a Selfos. Just use Lucario with a very high attack boosting nature, which you can easily use with the Everything mode. Combine it with a Pokemon you can use Wish, like Gardevoir. Believe it or not, I didn't even have to use her, but she didn't even have Wish equipped. I switched it out for Everboost because I was still trying to use those, you know, the normal training stuff. I'll probably switch those moves back out for Wish and Protect again, and maybe even try to do other stuff. Beyond that, we get to see the credits again, which we haven't seen in a while. Instead, however, they're different for just the DLC, which is cool. We're going to at least do this, that's for sure, but now it just feels surreal having to do this. And plus, the main important part of our 100% is actually coming quickly to a close. Yeah, you know all those donuts we've been gathering and our stuff? Pretty soon we'll be almost done with our hyperspace Pokedex, and probably most infamously, there'll only be a few more wave of side missions to go before we'll be done, but we'll have to prepare some extra powerful donuts for these, because these are some of the hardest, meanest side missions you will ever have seen. They'll take quite a while to get through. And who knows if we'll be able to do those on our first try. The main reason we trade such a diverse team is so that we can be prepared to handle just about anything the game throws at us. We may even have to get to the point where you may have to start repeated training Pokemon to the point where, like, if you wanted to, you could just run multiple Lucario all fully trained and defeat the trainers that way. That could be one way to do it. I know we only ended up actually seeing one Z form so far, but we're gonna see more Z forms. Okay. Oh, we're slowly but surely adding in each member of Team MZ in. Honestly, I think this DLC is interesting enough to be somewhat worth it for some people. Like, if you want to catch more Pokemon and get our competitive, some of the strongest Pokemon can only be found by doing all the DLCs, so it'll be really cool to do. But beyond that, I feel like the act of having to actually go into stuff, you eventually start going into enough hyperspace zones that get so boring that to the point where you literally just see the same tasks over and over again, to the point where, except for maybe them getting a little bit harder towards the end, once you kind of understand what to do, it's more like a RNG fest than anything. Like, you have to, like, if you're going for 100% especially, you have to keep switching the day over and over again just to get one Pokemon you need. And then even then, you might not even find that Pokemon right away, which may force you to reset the whole try again. And who knows when you'll get another chance to see them. I think, honestly, and this is gonna be really weird, I think this DLC could have been way better. I feel like added a bit more outside hyperspace Luminose context, and this storyline is a little bit better, but I guess there are side missions you can do, which will keep you going for a little bit, but beyond that, the main loop of this DLC is just doing hyperspace zones over and over again. once you've done them enough times, you'll practically know what to do each time, and it'll be really simple once you at the end. Once you get to endgame. I'm not trying to say that to be weird, it's just like, I think besides other games I've played, this is probably the most repetitive thing I've ever had to do in a game. Honestly, I'm gonna say this right now, this is gonna be crazy. I'd rather 100% a longer game like Hyrule Warriors again than suffer through the tediousness that is Mega Dimensions DLC 100%. That's just how tedious this one is. Hopefully if Get Free watches this, they do something to make this not very repetitive. That would make it much more interesting, I agree. Beyond that, I still think I at least somewhat enjoyed the DLC, just not as much as other stuff. Like, was it really worth it? I'm not sure. Honestly, I have to wait for this video anyway, which is fun, but also that's a cool picture. Beyond that, I think the storyline was the only interesting part. I think the storyline was good and fun, but beyond that, it was just way too repetitive with how many hyperspace wild zones we have to do constantly. Keep in mind, we haven't even finished that Dex yet. I'm honestly not sure what to do after this. I'll still try to aim for getting as many Mega Stone Pokemon as we can, as well as completing the Hyperspace Pokedex at least. But after that, I'm probably not going to play anymore. Alright, team. Time to make Ansha's dream become reality. Well, when should we look? The question is, when is it? It's no good sitting around waiting for hyperspace distortions to form. Ah yes, we must do something more than wait. I must ask that you please do everything you can to find that fine legendary Pokemon. We will, Ansha, but maybe it feels more like a real job if we make it official. Your original request was to make you a donut, right? This is kind of on a whole new level. Do we even accept requests from team members? Well, why wouldn't we? I'd ask Cool Yoshi to lend a hand if he had a problem. Ansha should help too. That sounds reasonable. I shall make a formal request of it. Please catch that fine legendary Pokemon, huh? We'll be happy to take your request, Ansha. Now, if only we had any leads. Shall we ask you, you know who? I'm sorry, why aren't we saying his name now? Well, you know what happens. Look, Corval's our leading hyperspace Luminose Axville. We'll need to evolve him sooner or later. Why don't we head to his office before he has a chance to call us first? You all have fun. I don't think we need to barge in together, so let's just all hang back and get some training. Alright. Well, this didn't give us any DLC stuff yet, but we just need to do one more thing and we'll complete this, and then all of a sudden a bunch more missions will open up. Alright, well, we still have time, so I don't see why not to keep doing this. Did this count as a reset? It seems like it did, actually. I changed my mind. If we're gonna have to catch another Pokemon, it might be a while before we actually complete that. So, tell you what, I'm gonna... Since I finally got lucky enough to see the Pokemon that I'm looking for, I'm gonna keep going through my Pokedex first, because it's more important than anything. Oh, here's the rampant mega power detected. So now we could start seeing those 5-star ones. Those are probably where we're going to actually use our most powerful donuts on, because they are going to be super hard otherwise, I think. Alright, but we're going to go here next, because, yeah, this has a Pokemon called Chochik, which we've been waiting for a while, that we didn't get to collect until now. So we definitely want to get one. Oh, hang on. Game says I should hurry on to my destination first. Hang on, game. Alright, I'll go to my destination first. Must we always get forced into this? Like, why can't we just go straight into Mega Evolution stuff? Whatever. We'll go here first. Oh, well, he really wants to talk so hard that he wants to interrupt my... just to do it. Look who it is. Funny, I was just about to call. Listen, While we were searching for Darkrai, we detected some odd readings in 2 other places. The readings led us to a distinct pair of brightly hued hyperspace distortions. We started referring them to our covers, the Ruby Distortion and the Sapphire Distortion. But reaching out to Mademoiselle Ancha might be a first good step to learn more. Your encounter with a legendary Pokemon in hyperspace Luminose kick-started this wild ride. Maybe telling us more will unearth a clue on how to approach these colorful new distortions, huh? Alright, I'll share what I can. That's the whole story, huh? Very interesting. I can just about guarantee you that Pokemon you're after is called Rayquaza. Your description of it matches one I heard a long time ago. You sure know your stuff, Corbo. I see there was this one fellow who took care of me when I was a little runt. He was the boss of an organization from Kanto who just happened to visit Luminose. He knew a lot of myths of the legends of Johto and Hoenn regions. Wait, what is it? Are we talking about the Rayquaza from the Hoenn region? What, you think there's other Rayquaza flying around there? I mean, not really, I'm just surprised. Look, I'm telling you what I heard. Keep in mind, it's all secondhand info from years ago. And so you could probably tell us more about Rayquaza yourself. You're from Hoenn, right? Oh, yeah, sir. Back in Hoenn, we got these old legends. I'm talking real old. They tell of 2 legendary Pokemon. The first is Kyogre, maker of oceans. Then there's Groudon, maker of land. Kyogre and Groudon were locked in this fierce battle. Apparently it was the legendary Pokemon Rayquaza that put a stop to the fighting. Nice history lesson, by the way, Rita. Quite right, Rita. How wonderful to find another Rayquaza enthusiast. We should swap notes later. Yeah, sir, we could do that, I guess. Here's what I'm thinking. I'm pretty sure these new distortions are linked to Kyogre and Groudon. And 2 of those 2 might lead us to Rayquaza. According to our calculations, you'll need special donuts to reach the pockets of hyperspace Luminose in which Kyogre and Groudon dwell. Just like how you found Darkrai, eh? Well, in this case, you gotta know what you gotta do. Consider this your official survey request. But don't go yet. I forgot one thing. We start picking up distortions in which rogue mega Pokemon you've already battled and calling for. Couldn't tell why, but maybe it's your own subconscious memories influencing things. Anyways, these rogue Pokemon are dangerous, but beating them would sure yield a lot of survey points. Rare, valuable hyperspace values could be won from these. That tells me we need to go for those, hopefully we can get strong Pokemon. We continue to ask for your assistance. Don't let us down. As you might have guessed, there are other side missions that also pop up just from doing these, but these are just a few of many that we can get. There's also a 5-star side missions in these hyperspace parts, and also other shiny ones that will appear throughout the map. But now that that's done, there's one last thing I want to do, and that's get more Pokemon upgraded, because in the end, we are still trying to do the hyperspace loop like crazy. Do anything in our power to make it work. By the way, I have the Zygarde, right? Yeah, I think Zygarde just straight up refused to Mega Evolve. I'm gonna try using him in battle again, and if it turns out he can't Mega Evolve because of this, we're gonna have to change up the way we do this. Anyways, we do have a level 3-star donut for this reason. We're gonna use that on this area real quick. So now we can start finding even more stronger berries more easily, which should make actually getting the level 200 donuts more simpler. So I guess we have a different use for them after all. Alright, let's start by catching Pokemon, and we're gonna have to catch them undetected, so it looks like we're gonna be rocking on our own for a bit. We found Chorchik almost immediately. Alright, guess I'm running away first, then waiting for him to go away. Okay, good. We usually want to try and get at least 2 of them. So we'll do that. Alright. Good. That's one of the things done. Now we don't have to worry too much about stuff. Let's use you. I don't think we've ever used Zygarde in a very long time to really do much at all. That's a really good AoE for quickly taking care of Pokemon, by the way. Okay, Zygarde's definitely better than I gave him credit for. I just realized maybe it's not a trick. Maybe they straight up banned the use of Zygarde using Mega Evolution in that part of the game. I don't know why, but it felt like we were unable to use it. Maybe we need to be in the weaker form, actually, to level it up, and I just didn't know about that. Oh, we already caught enough. Alright, well, we're not going to do that anymore. Let's do our new strat of using Lucario to bullet punch all the stuff instead, since he seems to be more consistent with hitting these compared to Gyarados anyways, because he just teleports right to it every single time, so he's definitely the better strategy for not only farming these shards up, if you ever decide to go for Mega Shards again, but he's also really great for quickly going to whatever ball you want to hit, which is good, because you need to destroy them all anyways to get more stuff active. That's too high up. We're going to have to go up here first. Like how even though we have a powerful donut, it's still being a bit or tighter than I anticipated, though. I'm only saying that because I'm used to it not being us not having as long. Okay, he just kind of fell down. Okay, that trick's definitely not working as well as I thought it would. A ranged attack will probably work better for this specific one. Alright. Finally got that. So I guess Gyarados could still be important for certain ones, but in the end, Lucario could be faster since he is very quick at recharging his move at the very least. Okay, good. We found the golden ball. I was worried I would literally not find it at all. I almost didn't get that, and it was kind of scary. I just realized a lot of the hyper berries we get from the lower level zones aren't really the strongest ones. That's why it's important to only use your high level donuts on the stronger areas. Safe to say. Gosh, I kind of wanted to not have to do grinding so I could focus on doing the other stuff, but now all of a sudden I feel inclined to go in that 5-star area and see what that's like, man. I get how I said how tricky the game was, and it's still finding ways to make it more interesting. I still speak with how repetitive it is. Honestly, once you get the main storyline done, though, it gets more interesting, because now you have side missions to do, but then you have these hyperspace rogue mega arenas you can do, where you just face other megas that you've faced already. I think those are how you'll get the C variants of your stones, I assume. Not to mention these now 5-star rated unknown side missions are here as well, too. That's insane, man. Who knows what could be there? So yeah, in reality, the greatest gift is still very far away from being completed. Oh, and it is another survey, so guess what? We're still not done. That was just the main storyline part of it. Turns out we still have one more quest to do, which means even more hyperspace nonsense, but I think the megas arenas will at least give us some points, so we could try that. That in mind, let's make a really high-powered donut. Collab seems like the best one. We kind of need red donuts anyway. Yeah, we'll just make this as high as it can be, pretty much. Already up to 65 level boost. And then, because I want something different as well, we'll go with defense, I guess? Or, no, I guess we want to go with yellow. Wait, where's the yellow one? Kashyyyk? We want to go with that, at least somewhat, although we haven't gotten lucky enough to get more, so to grind that a bit more. So I guess I'll make the rest Shucca berries. Perfect. Now it's level 105, but it's also as spicy as it could be, so now this should give us some of the strongest attacking moves we can get in the game, as well as a strong, hopefully, Mega Power one along with it. Nope, we got I Am Power Special, but we did get some useful ones. Attack Power 2 is the main one I was after, and we got it, so that's good. So that's gonna be what we use. We're gonna just make that, and we're gonna use that on the Rogue Mega Evolution Arena. The Rogue Mega Arena, that is. So stay tuned for that, because that is gonna be a very fun to do, actually. Instead of doing nothing, we get to go straight into the Rogue Mega Arena again. Oh boy. I did say I wanted to do 2 different Pokemon, and this time I actually mean it. We're going to use a Ceruledge for the first one. And also, now I'm on it, we need to change his moves again. I had him on different moves because I keep having to use status moves on the freaking Pokemon because they keep making us do it for cards in that, you know, battle zones. But not anymore. We're going to go for our proper moveset on Gardevoir now. Get used to seeing this a lot because Gardevoir didn't just get put in here for no reason. She will be our main healer pretty soon. Because what Wish does is if you use it and then just immediately switch her out before she gets hit, as long as you're consistent on when to use it, you can heal any Pokemon at any time with I'm, even if they don't have a healing move to do so. But more importantly, you can technically heal them even if they're still battling. So you could be just battling with another Pokemon and they'll just get healed all of a sudden. Very useful for Rogue Mega battles, as you might have guessed. So that's something we're going to have to keep doing now. Not all of these will ban the use of items, though, so we could try keep using items. So I guess our special items, like the Max Revise were saying, it would be probably very good to use them here. Oh, by the way, yeah, I forgot to mention, we had 2 Master Balls somehow. I used one already. To be fair, Kleavor is being a pain in the butt. I could just let him go again. I had no idea if he had an evolution or not, so I figured just throw out Master Ball at Kleavor and make it super easy, because I am not wasting more time with doing that ever again. That was probably the best one to use it on, besides one other thing. There is another Pokemon we could use it on safely. We're going to save it for that specific Pokemon, because otherwise actually fighting the Thane will be really tough. To have fun, I'll probably fight it for a bit anyway, but I don't know if I'm gonna keep it going. Obviously, also using it for, like, the other Pokemon would have been nice, like the other EX Pokemon, but we kind of already got them already. So I were to say I'd probably use it on them instead, but anyway. I guess we have to do another hyperspace survey. Surprise, surprise, the game is still not done with it yet. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, though. Comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video where I guess we go into the Hyperspace Arena. First time in a very long time. I'll see you guys in the next video, and until then, comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.